Hello, this is AJ Macdonald with Macdonald Financial Services. You'll see Devin Jones is not with me today, is out on assignment in California. So we'll get an update from Devin when he returns. Going to give you an update about what happened last week in the markets. Basketball, NCAA March Madness continues, so pretty exciting stuff there. If you haven't gotten into our bracket challenge, it's too bad. You got to get in next year. Pretty exciting stuff. Devin actually was up on the leaderboard, top of the leaderboard, but no longer. So we'll see who wins this year's bracket challenge down to the Final Four. Pretty exciting. Last week, not a good week. Again, we had some good days for the stock market, but ended kind of poorly. The market had done well with the anticipation that Trump was going to end the war in Iran. He's not calling it a war. I can't remember. He's calling it a conflict, I think. But that isn't happening. So oil prices have spiked up even farther. So we're kind of 5 weeks in a row of losing weeks in the market. So, we're not completely immune to these types of ups and downs. So we're not panicking. We don't want you to panic either. If you have questions, just give the office a call. Pretty much everybody knows that oil prices are causing gasoline prices to go up. Talked to somebody last week that said they were paying over $6 for diesel. So I put my big diesel truck away and haven't been buying any fuel for that. But certainly gasoline is going up as well, and so that continues. Trump did postpone the timeline for Iran to open up the Straits of Hormuz. I guess we're all getting good at saying that word, Strait of Hormuz. I think I'm saying it right. By 10 days, we hate to think of Trump and the taco trade. And that was Trump always chickens out. That was with the tariffs last year. And this is the second time that he's kicked the timeline for the Iranians. So the Straits of Hormuz is really dictating global markets. So we're seeing fertilizer prices go up. We're seeing oil prices go up. Gasoline prices go up. Everything's going up. So that's not great. I stand corrected. The U.S. dollar has strengthened. So I actually would say that is great. So the U.S. dollar has finally started to recover from its decline. So that actually is positive news. The rest of the world is looking at the U.S. Dollar in particular as a safe haven. So that is good news. What's not so good news is we're at a 7-month high for mortgage rates. So the 10-year Treasury is also creeping back up. As we film this, it's about almost 4.4% on the 10-year Treasury, which then means you basically add 2% to that to the 30-year fixed. And, we're getting closer to about a 6.5% 30-year mortgage. So anyway, so that's not good news. A couple other things I thought were interesting. Bill Cosby was hit with a $19 million jury verdict against him. So he's back in the news. So that's not great. Gold prices, So gold prices have really fallen off from their highs of over 5,000, now down into the low 4,000 per ounce. So if you're interested on why that is happening, give the office a call and we'd be happy to go over it with you. But big drop in gold. Let's see. Other parts, the Department of Defense is sending 3,000 military to Iran. I also heard at the end of last week they're going to send some our paramilitary guys that parachute in. I guess they're kind of our fast reaction force, and they're headed to Iran as well. Nobody's talking about boots on the ground, but we're sending more and more people that direction. That's, again, why the markets are a little jittery, because we don't see a plan in place for the end of this conflict. So that's not good. More bad news. Meta, the owner of Facebook and Instagram and some of the other social media, well, they lost two big lawsuits last week. A $375 million lawsuit. So that was a big deal. That was for kids protection. That was out of New Mexico, where they didn't do enough to protect kids from predators. And then there was an additional lawsuit they lost, a $6 million lawsuit to a woman, I think she was in California, that said that those social media companies, well, it was Facebook or Meta and Google, that they intentionally made their algorithms addicting. So they ended up losing that for $6 million. And there are thousands and thousands of cases against the social media companies. I mean, $6 million is a drop in the bucket to them. However, now people are wondering if this is going to be like Big Tobacco when they lost lawsuits about the addiction of tobacco and cigarettes back in the day. So that was a big deal. We'll see how that plays out. Of course, they're planning to fight that in court, but big deals. Let's see. Really, that's kind of all that we had for last week. A lot of negative, unfortunately. So markets haven't done well. There were some ups and downs last week, but overall a down week. If you're concerned, please give the office a call. We'll be happy to talk to you, schedule an appointment. And again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.